I counted up 100, that was all facts. Me and Billy bankroll, seen it all stack. I fucked your dream girl and never called back. Ain't scared of jail, send me where my dog's at. I got a hard pass, I might fuck your bitch tonight. With a glass to that Diddy, ho, we sippin' white.
Till I can't see straight, throw hands till I hear them sirens. Tears running down my face. God's cry when the sky is falling now. Just mine. Running down for the love of the chase. Just mine. For the thing, for the folks in my watch. Just mine.
Catch a case if you lames out of place.
Just mine.
Grab a case, take it straight to the face.
Just mine. Running down for the love of the chase.
Hold on, you got me fucked up. Old land in my veins, what you made of? If you ain't fucking with a nigga saying I don't wanna fake love, I don't need no more, but I'm still gon' go for it.
Live at Ruin Your Day headquarters. Some of the cast of Bodied in the building. Hey, YouTube.com/ruinyourday. We're going live.
Okay.
Going live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, we're live.
We're live. Yeah. Live in the building.
Just wait until some people get in there.
Okay, let's just take over the show today.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's go. All right, what's up, guys? So we have a very, very special episode to watch for y'all today. We have the cast of Bodied in the house, full cast. So we got Kid Twist, the writer himself, CALUM. You played the lead role, correct? In the movie?
Yeah, JAKIE and I kind of like the two leads of the movie.
You guys are the leads?
Get that shit right, man.
Shared lead. Shared lead. Word. And ILLMAC also has a cameo in the movie as well. So everybody's in the film. So let's talk about how the film was transpired. So you wrote the film, obviously.
Yeah, so it's interesting because a lot of people think I was working on this script behind the scenes for years or whatever, but that's actually not the case at all. It was Joseph Kahn being a fan of battle rap, and so he knows the whole scene super well. He knows everyone, even the people who are in the movie, the specific cameo that ILLMAC has and stuff like that was all Joseph's specific idea because he knows who everyone is.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Fuck with him.
Yeah. So he just was he just done a bunch of Taylor Swift videos. This is back in 2015. He'd done that Power Rangers short film that Madness is in. And so he just he kind of had all this buzz and he was like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna make a movie I want to make. So he wasn't even thinking of battle rap at the time. He was looking for a writer, and he just sent me this message on Twitter that was like, "Hey, do you write movie scripts?" I can show you the DM. It's literally what it says.
And make a shirt.
Yeah, totally.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I posted the screenshot on my Twitter once. You can find that. But he literally just said, "Do you write movie scripts? Here's my email." So I emailed him, and we just started talking back and forth. And just because obviously battle rap is the connection, we started talking about battle rap. And he's like, I always kind of wanted to make a battle rap movie. Let's write a script. I'm not I wrote some scripts in university when I was doing my degree and stuff like that, but I haven't seriously written a movie script before. So he was kind of like, all right, we'll co-write it and stuff because it's your first time. I'm like, yeah, of course, I want to learn the ropes.
Yeah.
And then so we talked out this whole story, which is actually really similar to what the story ended up being in the movie. And I wrote the first 10 pages of it just to get a start, and I sent it to him, and he's like, all right, we don't need to co-write this, you write the whole fucking movie.
Oh, wow.
He just loved it so much.
Amazing.
So it was really cool.
Hell yeah.
It is based on you loosely, right?
I mean, obviously from the casting, it's very much
That's what I
based on
was
my
curious
archetype. It's
for.
not it's not based on my real life. The things
of
in the
course.
movie aren't things that really happen to me, but it's clearly based on what my archetype is and kind of who I am in the battle scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So that perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. I mean, dude, I'm so happy with the success it's gotten, all the fan awards.
Thank you.
Every battle rap movie that's been made, I'm super hesitant about it because of just being authentic authentic, and it always toes the line of being fucking corny, you know.
Right.
And I feel like I'm so happy that this is like, I'm so excited to see this, you know, like not even like for like the movie, just like to see the cameos. Like you literally got fucking everybody under the umbrella of battle rap, like Smack, Lux, Hollow, fucking Pat Stay, Arsenal, Iron Solomon, Head Ice. It's like crazy.
And the thing is, when you see like as a battle fan, when you see the cameos, they're so perfect. And that was all fucking Joseph's idea. Like when he was like, yeah, we should have battle rappers and cameos. I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's like, oh, who do you think for this? Who do you think for that? So I had certain ideas, but then he would come up with something completely different, and I'd be like, holy shit! Like, of course we have to put that person in that little cameo.
That's
like
crazy.
it just works perfectly.
So when you were shooting it, he was like, okay, we need a cameo for this guy, like on set, or like you know, it wasn't in the script, right?
No, exactly. It wasn't in the script. The only roles where like we pretty much knew who was gonna play it was Disaster and Dumbfounded. Which like when you see the movie, you're like, okay, obviously no one else was ever gonna play these roles. You know what I mean?
What roles do they play in the movie?
So Disaster is kind of like the main villain character.
Yeah,
of course. And then obviously like and especially with the perspective that Joseph is coming from as a Korean American guy, he's really interested in kind of like that perspective on race in battle rap, as an Asian dude. Yeah. So of course, we had to get Dumbfounded for that role. Like no one else could have, captured that perspective in it. So.
And he kills it.
Yeah, Dumbfounded is so good.
He's so good.
Yeah, and both Dumbfounded and Disaster, like as much as they're in a way playing themselves or playing characters based on them, their acting is so good. Like,
it's
next level.
If you didn't know them as battle rappers, you're gonna think that they're actors.
Yeah,
I swear.
Yeah.
You don't know them.
I'm curious about your guys' perspectives on interacting with all the battle rappers on set, because your profession is acting, so it's like playing battle rappers in a film and then seeing battle rappers play actors. What was that experience like?
They gave us help, man. We was lucky.
Yeah, they were awesome.
We have a writer who wrote the fucking movie. And they were so I wouldn't say hard on us, but they wanted us to be so like them, like meaning to understand what we do and how we do it. So it was a lot of work. Like I remember rehearsing with him and his wife, and it was like really like boot camp, but his wife don't fucking play. Like she made sure that I got
with your chest.
every word right. Like she made sure like you're gonna say this, do it. And I thank your wife for that. If she don't know, I thank your wife because it makes me understand what we're talking about, how to do a rebuttal, the metaphors and all that stuff. And this dude is a cold ass writer, man. Like the stuff that he make us say that we have to speak, and it's like we make it come to life. It's believable. Like and the stuff that Joseph Kahn adds to it when we rapping, like he got this special effect shit that he's doing. It's like I don't know, man. It's amazing. It was a lot of work, and thank God that we had help from real battle rappers to let us know like if we was good or bad. Like dude, that shit was terrible, Jackie. But they was really on point with us. And the same, I know we probably helped them with their acting if they asked questions, because I know Arsenal asked me some questions. He was nervous. He didn't have nothing to say really. He was just nervous. I was like, just be cool.
I love that day with Loaded Lux and Hollow.
Amazing.
We had to do like this like rap scene with them, and it was cool because they were like giving advice on the rapping, we were giving them advice on acting. Yeah. And it was really cool. It's kind of like
dope.
It's almost like doing a movie about real people, but having the real people on set every day with you, which never happens. It's like doing a World War II movie and having all the soldiers every day helping you. You're like, shit. What are you doing? You're like, oh, this is gonna be authentic.
Yeah, that's true.
And we had the top of the best in the world, not just to be talking bullshit. The best battle rappers in the world to vouch for us, to say like, oh, like they hired the wrong motherfucker. We never heard that.
No.
After we seen the movie came out, Disaster, say, man, y'all, I respect what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And like vice versa, I say, man, I respect what y'all do because what y'all do is fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? He tells me like, man, you made that feel so heartwarming at the end when you taking all that shit about you. I don't want to tell too much about the movie.
No spoilers.
So, but I thank God for even having this type of movie where you had the opportunity to work with professional battle rappers too, who can vouch for you to say, nah, this movie's dope. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like just some whack ass shit, had some whack ass actors. They was terrible. This motherfucker. Hey, listen. If I don't ever work with this man again and never meet him again, I thank God for giving me the opportunity.
We worked our asses off together too. Like every day that we weren't working, we would hang out after we finished filming. We hang out at his place and just like go over everything. Which was awesome because we became friends through the
friends,
process,
man.
which is awesome.
Your shoot schedule was insane because the
No,
only reason why I
insane.
knew it was all like 12-hour days through the night.
Yeah,
no
every day
sleep.
was a 12-hour day. That was like the shortest day was 12 hours because like we ended up doing like some 14 and whatever when you have to start paying overtime and all that.
But I think when you got off of work, you were still not off.
Yeah.
Because we literally had to go home, ask him,
And practice.
and practice the
Yeah.
lines,
Yeah.
the words. So
Yeah.
we had to go home, study for maybe 2 hours, get a sleep for maybe 2.5 hours, if that or an hour, and go right back. And you doing all this dialogue, which was a lot. His wife will tell you.
we got kicked out of the trailer at one point because they were like, "We got to close up," but they're like, "We can't have the security guards stay around waiting for you guys."
Real talk.
What's amazing though about what Alex did is that he wrote from the perspective of all the different battlers as well. So when he wrote the battles, it wasn't just a rap that he thought would be cool. It's what that character thinks is cool, which I don't understand how he did that.
Well, I'm just glad
the perspective like
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got Dumbfounded and Diz and Lux and Hollow, and that they like rewrote all their own stuff because I felt like so I ended up doing writing for 3 characters. I'm like, okay, that I can handle, but like when you start getting all those other perspectives, I felt like maybe some of the other stuff was shaky.
So they reworked a lot of their own
they
material
rewrote their
and
own
shit?
stuff.
They're raps. That's what you're talking about, right?
They're raps.
So did Diz like I know the thing in the trailer with Diz's thing where like
he wrote that. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that
all. I mean,
sounded
there's no way I should write that. Actually, it's hilarious. This is a fucking funny story.
No control.
Shut the fuck up.
It's the best.
So good. In the script though, like because we knew who these characters were going to be based on and everything, but the actual material in the battles is so important to the story and so like integral to the rest of the script. So I didn't want to just like leave blank spaces and be like, okay, Disaster is going to write something here. So I did write verses for all those parts, but just thinking probably he would rewrite it because we know we want to cast Disaster. And then when we sent it to him, it was so funny.
It's
It's
like, oh,
I'm gonna rewrite all
Yeah.
this.
Sorry?
I said that probably had to be kind of hard because they all professionals, just like you.
No,
and you
exactly.
telling
Yeah,
them,
and I'm
like,
trying to like
fuck
speak
that
with their
shit. This
voice.
was just shit saying.
No, it's so funny because
we
Disaster.
battle like
Disaster.
dumb,
Yeah,
like
that's
we
right.
battle.
Yeah, but Disaster called me when he got the script, and he was like, Twist, I respect what you did so much because he's like, I see that you tried to write it in the Disaster style, and you actually did a really good job.
That's dope.
I'm gonna rewrite it all because my shit would be way better. But I respect what you did.
That's so fucking. God, you tried. I see that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it.
But we actually didn't end up using this verse in the movie. We used a different verse instead, which I think was the right decision. But there's a verse where he took like 50% of my stuff and put in 50% of his stuff, and it's like the craziest fucking like mind meld verse you've ever heard. So that Disaster will rap that verse like, I don't know, on a
in his
YouTube
next
clip
battle.
or ruin your day or something. I don't know.
I think it could have been a trailer like that too. That's I don't know. That was smart to do that.
Yeah.
And everybody was asking, "Oh, that white boy finna go back and get him."
Nope. It's like, no, that's his only part in the whole movie.
But he killed it. He's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that guy was
true.
awesome.
That shit was what's
The
the
way it
the
ends,
white
too.
boy name?
Yeah.
The one who
I was about to drink and I was like,
Daniel is
Yeah, he was good too. Like his facial
really good.
expressions. That shit, that trailer was dope. Yeah, you want to see? Of course, you might see another one of them other ones, but to start off to get some attention, shut the fuck up. The first line, like, that is unbelievable. What? Shut the fuck up.
Makes a statement.
And Diz was awesome. There was one day that we spent the whole day together. I got to his place at like 10 a.m. I didn't leave till
survived,
like
dog.
9.
You
Congrats. It was so
I
fun.
survived the day with Disaster.
When he was
As a support group.
His shirt.
He's
He's
fucking
always looked
skinny
great.
now. He's all in shape now.
But he had me over and we just went over a lot of my raps and it was really cool getting his perspective on things. And then I just kind of had like a day in the life of Diz and it was amazing.
Oh yeah.
It was cool and
Behind the
we
scenes.
bonded really, really fast.
So he's cooler than me. That's
We
what
went.
you're saying.
I'm not trying to put it up. I'm just saying. Disney actually went suit shopping before TIFF.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was giving you style.
Wait, he was
You were,
y'all
yeah.
went shoe shopping for Tiff?
Don't
Yeah.
take style advice from Disney.
That's some shit that
Only if you're going to Dubai or something.
Yeah. Going back 10 years.
Yeah.
So what was you guys'
dollar regenerating emergency only shirt?
Oh my god!
There's a battle we've like watched, and like the whole is like me and Kay, right?
Yeah.
Is out at an event in Toronto, and the whole we weren't even watching the battle. Like we're just watching Diz in the background and roasting his shirt the whole time
because he's wearing
like it was a like quarter turtleneck t-shirt with a patent leather dollar bill like ingrained in the shirt. Like,
did we talk about
just
why
roasting it like the whole
he
time?
looks like there's stuff under there? Did we ever talk about that? Because fucking he had a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh no!
Of course he did.
He had a grind time event like this a long time ago.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I heard a story about him like pulling a gun on someone after like choking. It might just be a myth, you know. I don't have any. But like after the battle with Locke, like, what the fuck did you say? Like to some fan who may or may not have been even talking shit about him, and then like apologizing and like walking away.
Yeah.
So perfect villain casting.
Yeah, exactly. Good casting on Joseph Cohn's part. Yeah. So what I wanted to ask you guys was what your understanding of battle rap was before you were casting the film. Like when you were cast, were you like, okay, battle rap, like, and you pulled up like a first video, like what was your impression of it?
I was aware of it because I had some friends that were into it, so I was really aware of the scene. I wasn't as a diehard fan as I am now, but I was definitely aware of it because I think like my generation's rap is huge, and of course battle rap is right in there with it. So so I was aware of it, and so when I was watching the videos, it really got me excited and stoked for it.
Who stood out to you? Like I know we were talking off cam. Like who did you research for the film?
Well, you gave me some good people to look out for. I watched a lot of Kid Twist, obviously. Roan, Cheddar Cheese. Those were, I'd say, the three that like my character's raps were like based on. Like that's who like kind of is the style and stuff like that.
And actually, a cool thing is Roan had a little cameo in there too. Nice. So he was down for a little bit. And Caleb and I actually went over to the place where Roan was staying. So it was like the three of us, like the three fucking tall, skinny white boys in a room, just like collaborating on these verses for the movie.
Nice.
Yeah. It's funny when I see the movie now and I see some of the battles we did later on the shoot schedule. I can still hear you guys telling me like, oh, say it like this, say it like that, the inflection there.
That's tight.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to you really fast. You went to the URL event yesterday, right?
Yes.
Or 2 days ago. What was your impression of it? That was your first battle event going to
Traffic 3.
I seen
Traffic
the
3,
fucking movie Body. I seen it live in action.
Yeah.
And I seen everything that goes down in the movie. I seen it on stage. Yeah. And I seen it in real life, so it made me feel like I've done movies before, and you, as an actor, you would know like that's some bullshit. Why the fuck did I do this movie? Like real shit, you'll know that feeling. You know what I'm saying? You'll know if you work with somebody and you like this some bullshit. But I actually got my first experience to really see some real shit. Like I only knew about battle rapping. I got a cousin named 12. He'd be happy I just mentioned his name. But I got a cousin 12 that really put me on to the battle world before. Like you always knew people battle rap, but I always thought battle rappers was like doing battle rap to rap.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was literally it was a thing of strictly just battle rap and they score and you do stuff off of this. So my cousin watched battle rap so much, he said, Jack, they be talking about you on battle rap. I said, get the fuck out of here. Like real shit. This is some shit I'm gonna show you guys. Some dude.
Oh, Red?
I don't know him.
Yeah, Red.
Listen to what he said. I don't know the motherfucker. But my cousin sent me this.
That's dope.
And the day he sent me that, I said, okay, if they respected me, what I do for a living, I have to. My cousin really into this shit. I didn't even know battle rap had fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
He put me on to all this shit.
You do the first battle rap pay-per-view?
No.
He pushed. I didn't know they do pay-per-view. I didn't know none of this shit. So he started telling me about like who's the top battle rappers in the world, like all this, and then it was crazy for me to do a fucking movie.
Yeah, you met all of them pretty much.
With every battle rapper
full circle
for years or throughout the years he's been telling me about, and I used to look at it, no disrespect, like I didn't know about battle rap. I wasn't into it. So when he talk about it, sometimes I'll be like, whatever. He showed me this shit one day. I said, wow, that's fucking crazy. like they doing battle rap saying my name and it's like, okay, what the fuck? Only movie I ever seen battle rap was 8 Mile.
Yeah.
So I was like, that wasn't really a battle rap movie to me because it had beat to it and music.
Yeah.
This is it's acapella.
It's
fucking
it's changed.
for
It's
sure,
changed
yeah.
really different.
and I never seen something so strong in my life where the audience is at attention. Like they're like you can tell them suck your dick. They'll probably suck your dick because they so into what you're saying. Like come here and suck my dick. Watch me hit this nigga with the clip. You'll be like, what? Okay.
My girl went to a event with me recently, which she's been to a couple, but it's the one in New York. Yeah, and she was like, I love watching new battle. I love watching battles now, but she was never into it before. It's definitely a thing where similar to where she just got sucked into every time I'm performing or like preparing for a battle. She's just subject to watching battles. She's there, you know.
Why do you even bring your girl? No. I'm saying
I used to never do it, but I'm
saying for safe reasons. Because you're up there, a motherfucker.
That's my bodyguard.
But what I'm saying,
back first.
It's dudes that don't know your girl, might know your girl, and be like, I fucked your bitch, and saying all this shit. Like, I couldn't bring my girl to that. Because she'll make you like, why you didn't say nothing back? It's like.
But what she was saying was that, like, while, watching you was good. She's like, but my favorite part about it is watching everybody else in the crowd's reaction. She's like, there'll be a ton of people that look like just like super hard body and stuff. And she's like, and seeing the genuine joy in them, like, you know what I mean? Like being so happy when a battle rapper, like, oh, like with joy. She's like, there's something about that that's super magical.
The reason I'm asking you that because I asked Diz the other night. I said, where your girl at? He said, I'm gonna bring my girl to this shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
One of these motherfuckers say something about
as guys from the movie, we probably know like way more about Diz's actual life than like anybody in battle rap ever would. You know what I mean?
Diz said he don't bring his girl.
No.
He said he has to kill somebody.
He
literally said I will have to kill somebody. Like if they say anything about my girl, I'm the only one calling her bitch. Nobody else calling her bitch around here. I'm doing that.
Battle
well, it's
rappers
also like my bad. But it's also like a thing like. For me, the main reason it used to be the case is like, because obviously I'm not gonna have her just all up in the mix anyway.
Right.
There's been some events where like even my ex or like they've been kind of there, but off hanging out with the homie or whatever.
Right.
But there is that element of why I used to be more so like I don't want, because when that line is said and they're in the building, there's a slight like focus shift. You know, you're always partially listening to your opponent, maybe thinking of rebuttals, and you're in this zone. But then like if it says something that's like, oh, she's
look at
like,
the reaction.
what's her gonna be like? And this, I never wanted my focus to deter, but now it's like I'm like at a point where it just doesn't matter. You know,
you're solid enough in the relationship. You're like,
exactly.
she's good.
And exactly. And But what were you?
I was gonna say that battle rappers are super secretive, so like you knowing a lot about Dizaster's life. And the funniest thing
I wouldn't say I know a lot. I just
like
now I know so
more.
I know him for like 10
his
years,
fucking
right?
first name, right?
Yeah, I do.
So and that's more than a lot of people. At the URL event, it was so fucking hilarious. There was a documentary being filmed at the time, and T-Top was like needing to sign a release paper, and he straight up said no. He's like, I don't sign anything with my government on it.
No one would guess. I think no one would guess that Dizaster's first name's Skeeter. Like,
I know.
That kind of blew my
Skeeter
mind.
the leader, man.
It kind of blew my mind too when I first heard it. But it makes sense.
It makes sense when you see
now
him. Skeeter, the dog villain.
His cousin.
Yeah. All right, so we're here to watch some battles.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to watch?
You watch our cast members, man. Let me see. Let me see my cast members against each other. Let's see some Dizaster, some Hollow the Dunn. Let's see some Big
Twist
T.
and Dumb.
Let's see some Pat Stay.
Yep.
Let's hear some Conceited.
Again. I already broke
I don't want to see that again.
So
you won that battle though.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch my old work.
Dumb and
you know what I
this
mean?
could be sick.
Yeah, that's a King of the Dot battle though.
So.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to watch
They
I'm
won't
saying
get mad.
like more like grind time-ish, like shorter, you know.
Jakie's white voice is unparalleled, by the way. If you heard him making fun of me just now.
I mean, we could watch like rounds too that were really good, like Diz's first against DNA. That's like his best. Are you familiar with that
I've seen
battle?
that one, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's like his best fucking round ever. So
Oh, that's the one in the traffic jam in the living room.
Yeah.
I love that round.
Yeah, we could watch that. We could watch. We've already watched Dumbfounded versus Tantrum. I mean, we could watch it again.
Was Tantrum in the movie?
No. But that's like Dumbfounded's like best. Like that's like what made him right now.
Yeah, have you guys ever seen that?
Kind of the first like viral.
Let's see Dumbfounded.
Let's watch it. I don't know.
If you guys haven't seen that battle, you should watch.
Let's watch
They
it.
said let's watch Kid Twitch versus Asha.
Alright.
Versus O'Shea.
Yeah, O'Shea. I think say
That one's alright.
Kid Twitch.
Is that
versus
out in
O'Shea.
London?
Yeah, in London.
Yeah, they want it. I'm reading them, y'all, because they said don't pay y'all shit attention. I said, fuck that.
No, yeah.
I'm going to look.
Oh, Hollow versus Big T. That's not a bad idea, too, from back in the day.
Versus
I
Big
just watched that with Enes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I was on Philly Tuesday.
Who else? Give us some more. Let's see.
All of Hollow's battles are great. We haven't watched Hollow versus Goods. We haven't watched Hollow versus...
Okay. Because you try to watch older battles mostly, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Disaster
cool
versus
Nakando.
Right. What's his name?
No Can Do.
No Can Do. That's his name. What the fuck?
Oh, No Can is in the movie too. He has a little cameo.
Yeah.
Staple.
Yeah.
There was this old post on some rap forum where it's like when I was super young, and it was like basically someone brought it up years ago, and it was like me just being like, man, I just want to travel and be like Awkwards and No Can Do and Bo Rat, like because it was before I knew them and before YouTube when it was like up on mcbattles.com. It's like, oh yeah, those are my peers.
That's crazy. Well, and it's a cycle, right? Because then I watched fucking you win Scribble Jam, and those are some of the first battles I ever watched.
Crazy.
And it's like that's what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And then watch you with Thesaurus, and then met you guys.
I still remember the first battle I saw of yours, and you were like, yeah, this is my first battle, guys. Be nice, you know?
Yeah, because I actually filmed my first battle ever and posted it on rapmusic.com.
That's where that post was that I was talking about, too. Yeah. And it's wild how everything comes full circle, you know? Rapmusic.com. Especially before YouTube, that's where you want to go.
That's why I'm here, you know,
rapmusic.com, for sure. But that's when you used to have your hair longer, too, huh? Right?
No, my hair has been through many phases. That was when I had the point at the front.
Oh yeah, the Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, women's shoes on, watching the strip club, trying to get his groove on. That's what you said.
The beard didn't have the beard or nothing.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Tell us about Alex Twist, y'all. Tell us about Twist. Fuck that. Tell us about him.
Okay, so we can watch. I think Tantrum Dumbfounded is a good battle.
Yeah,
even though we watched it before, it's still a dope
battle.
Have
you seen it before?
Yeah, we have, but it's fun. We can rewatch it. But there's plenty of other ones we can watch.
Let's watch some we haven't seen.
Okay.
That you haven't seen.
This DNA's first.
Yeah, we can do that. That's a fucking really good.
Let's watch that.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and Avo.
We can talk about how that battle sucks.
No,
but the first round's really good.
Fuck you. Me and Avo have gotten into such heated arguments about this battle on here.
Fist fought.
Yeah. Nah, I'm like, it's an iconic battle. Like, it's, you know.
Fun too.
Just restating my point.
We should watch Arsenal versus Disaster, but the first one. Because Arsenal's in the movie too.
From MLB, right?
Don't spoil it for them though.
Don't spoil it. Yeah. All right, so
that would be tight.
You guys need to put headphones on. Let me know if the volume's straight.
Yeah, these are the volume controls.
Somebody left their wax in there.
It's Tay-Rock. Don't blame it, Tay-Rock.
Get it out.
All right. I'm just going. I don't even care.
Yeah, well, you white.
All right, Craig, you got to be control master.
Yeah.
So, okay, a little bit of background on this battle. You were there.
Yeah.
You were there at this event.
Yeah.
Alex, were you here?
It was when I met.
I actually wasn't there. I can't remember what happened though. I don't know why I wasn't because it was in Toronto. But yeah, for some reason I wasn't there.
Word. So.
Whoa.
How often does that happen on watch?
Just a lot. It happens a lot, dude. Frack,
not with me.
Fucking Frack is on, he spills a fucking beer. But so Flatline won. This battle, they had like a grudge for a really fucking long time, right?
It was super hyped up.
He was always Diz is like that person that when there's a matchup coming or he'll just destroy you nonstop on social media, Instagram. Like he was doing the DNA impressions on Instagram and like posting them all the time. Like he was just destroying.
You know what's
DNA's
funny
life
is I remember
this.
like DNA like. Because blogs weren't like that big at the time too, so this is one of the first matches that had that kind of promotion behind it.
Yeah.
And DNA did a blog where he was actually like really mad about this shit, or at least that's how it came across. That he was genuinely really angry about the stuff Disaster had been doing. And he was just like, fuck it, all the talking stops this date. But it was real. That's how it came across.
It had that element of drama leading up to it for sure. And of course, Drake showed up for this battle, was standing right in the mix, and like, you know, made it a point. I think, didn't he like put up bread if they had it judged for like a winner or something like that too?
Yeah, there was like some discrepancy with that.
Yeah, Twist versus Dumb Family.
He definitely, he was in the building, which was crazy for battle rap at the time, you know?
I am your host, Organic. You can follow us on Twitter at King of the Dot, at Organic Hip Hop. I got a very special co-host with me.
It's actually crazy how they did it, because he, they let him into, like, they hadn't announced it or anything because the whole venue would get swarmed if people knew Drake was there.
Right.
So they, like, snuck him into the venue, shut the whole venue down, and then announced that Drake was there. But, like, had already shut the venue down before the announcement, so people couldn't swarm the venue.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen him sneak in the VIP.
Yeah.
I was in VIP, like, going over bars or something, and, like, seeing him come in the side door. I was like, what? It was crazy.
Man, Drizzy
Shouts to Dub Turbo. You want an easy way to meet beats? Go to dubturbo.com. I'm sick as fuck. Gully the Kid, Songest City, all motherfuckers.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all because I got so much love for y'all people right now. I can't feel my face right now. Maquina Muerte, Everybody Records. Shout out to Young Money, Cash Money, billionaires, trillionaires. Field 3.
Yo, theology3.com. I support this shit all day, Organic.
That being said, from Los Angeles, California, rapper to my right, introduce yourself. I'm in Canada!
Right now.
I remember that specifically because the dude in the front, like when you see the camera go high, he had like a GoPro on a broomstick. No lie, like that low angle. It was like a GoPro, and I was like,
dude, during this battle, the director told Diz to move. He's like, can you move so I can get a better shot of DNA rapping to you?
Wow.
What?
And Diz is like, get the fuck away from me. You know, like,
what the fuck?
Somebody said they fucking can't hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, turn down the battle.
Time flies loud.
See, I'm paying attention.
The prime time crowd.
I'm paying attention to
that would have been way better if that had actually been
turned. See, I got y'all. Is this one mine? Which one is mine?
There's not really a mic, it's just the headphones.
Yeah, I mean the mics are fine. It's just the battle was way louder.
We got these headphones from
we turn the headphones down, you're good.
Shouts out to Reese, shouts out to all the homies back home, you know what I'm saying? My boys, Nice Style, Legendary Clothing, everybody, King of the Dollars, get it fucking poppin', you know?
There's always a character in the crowd.
Shouts out to Rush Cohidi, too. All the way from New York City, represent Smack URL, rapper to my left, introduce yourself.
Burn up this motherfucker.
Yes, let's go.
DNA style. He should never.
I like that the shirt.
This is like the next level of the URL attributes thing. It's like you're actually showing his anatomy, like heart.
Aggression.
Ribs.
Joseph didn't do that.
We need to send this to Joseph.
I'm surprised he didn't do that shit.
This inspired K. Shine's round against DNA. He like had the lab suit on and was like pointing.
Let's go.
Rounds are 3-minute rounds with the capacity, the max limit 4 minutes. The third round is unlimited. You know what I'm saying?
That's the GoPro.
DNA won the coin toss. It is 4 minutes on Disaster Toronto. Hold it down, Canada with the Hold it down.
Seriously, no tolerance for talking during this battle. You will be thrown out. Straight up.
And so destroyed by me.
Exactly.
And destroyed by me. My bad.
Please.
I'll take yours up.
Y'all ready? You American faggot! Now after all the talk about how you would show up and never back out, Drake...
Yeah. Like grind time. He had the biggest like vendetta with Canada in grind time.
Yeah,
like,
so that's why it was so funny when he became like the star in Canada and started coming to Toronto all the time to battle.
Yeah, he gets his. It was like he always does that though. Like he had a battle leading up to Swave Seva, like where that was like an intense environment because leading up he's just like fuck New York.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck. And like just going, he'll turn like a whole country or state against him prior to going there and battling.
After all the talk,
Please be quiet, please.
y'all ready? You American faggot! Now, after all the talk about how you would show up and never back out, Drake offered to put 3 grand on this battle to judge it, and you fucking backed out.
Yes, that was the stipulation.
Yeah, you little fucking pussy. I'm in front of DNA. Wow, no fucking way. This gotta be my lucky day. I'm about to tie him to a leash in case he tries to fucking run away. Yeah, the problem with you kids is that you lack respect.
So, okay, that might not be that big of a deal, but when that light went off, most people, and
Would've
this is
been
why
like,
Diz
"Hey,
is fucking so great, and that's also what happened in his battle with Arsenal. He just keeps rapping. Most people would be like, why'd that light shut off? Like, is everything good, you know? But
no,
he just
I'd be
keeps
like,
fucking going.
hold on.
Yeah, he's
that's
like,
what I
he's in
would
the
have
zone.
did.
Yeah.
That's what I would have did personally, for sure.
Yeah, it throws you off.
Yeah, I mean, recently when I did the battle in the Battle of the Zay, the like air conditioning comes off or comes on, and it's like right above us, like, and we're all like, what? And we all stopped. Same thing. Like I was like, wait, what? I rebutted off it, but like Diz would have just kept going, like he's in his ethereal state.
In case he tries to fucking run away. Yeah, the problem with you kids is that you lack respect. But fuck me over on money right now and try to run out and I'ma snap your neck. As people know that backing out of battles is not part of my plans. But you and Cortez always not. So not to my surprise, all your alibis came as a bunch of unauthorized scams. Shit, even if I met you in the middle of the East, you find a way to say that I ran. But I'm from Los Angeles. I'm proud to say that that's my land. In LA, we support our home teams. We got a lot of pride, but goddamn, the way you duck me in LA proves you'll always be more of a fan of the Dodgers than I am. You soft as hell, I'm not gonna lie, fam. In your battle with Rex, you almost caught the right hand from Doc.
Oh, that really?
Yeah, he's supposed to battle.
It's like a New Year's LA card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to battle DNA there?
I think so.
Is that when he's wearing the dollar regenerating shirt?
Yeah.
Emergency only dollar regenerating shirt. Like you pull it out for emergency and it just regenerates under the patent leather sleeve.
Not gonna lie, fam. In your battle with Rex, you almost caught the right hand from Dot Mob's hopping hype, man. When Rex made fun of your retarded mother, I knew you wanted to fight, man. But then they called the cameras off and you walked off and called it the night. Damn. Sort of like when Eminem told you, lose yourself in the moment. You only get one shot in a lifespan. And you answered him like, I know, Slim, that's exactly why I'm gonna walk away from this mic stand.
Yo, that's like 5 impressions already so far. 2 of them back to back. Like the Eminem and DNA.
It's a reference.
Like DNA was in a battle that was hosted by Eminem in Detroit and like choked and walked off stage.
Yeah, he put
that
the
was a reference to it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Choked in front of Eminem.
I was like, wasn't that like the Red Bull?
The Red Bull
MC
challenge.
Where some random dude from Detroit won.
Was it
Surprise,
Mo,
surprise.
Yeah.
No, it was like some dude
just
named
some random cat.
Flack or something.
His name was I can't believe I remember this, but I'm pretty sure his name was Fowl. Like
Yes, Fowl. You're right.
FOWL. I don't know, man. Important events that actually happened in my life, I cannot remember the name of who won the Red Bull MC challenge.
Yes, Twist got it.
The important things, right?
Sort of like when Eminem told you, lose yourself in the moment. You only get one shot in a lifespan. And you answered him like, I know, Slim, that's exactly why I'm gonna walk away from this mic stand.
Yeah, the look on his face, like DNA always kind of has a sad look while the other person's
DNA does look like he's massively depressed.
Yeah,
like his
the whole
defenses
time.
just looked as sad as fuck.
We're supposed to battle here, he backed out. Like, I need more cash now. And that is some weak shit. He's a sneaky Latino, so I wasn't surprised when I came to find out that he skipped. He was already flaking like a tortilla, so as soon as I saw the guacamole on the side with the green chips, I knew it was only right that that bean dipped.
DNA's really Cortez.
It don't matter what battle and league you actually be with if you're gonna be dumb enough to bite the hand that you eat with. At least be smart enough to cover up your tracks and don't leave prints. Someone call up Smack and tell him to cancel the field trip. Straps with the beans equipped like an active marine ready to damage a queenship. Self-battering, the cannon ring until half of your team is seasick. The other half starts abandoning ship, panic, and leave quick. In the same fashion, the Hollow took his first chance to get green quick, turned his back on GT, packed up his bags, took the cash.
This rhyme scheme is so long.
I know.
Like on the same rhyme
Dude,
scheme.
His breath
It's
control is
crazy.
fucking incredible.
It's crazy.
Dude.
Yeah.
He like doesn't take a breath the whole time.
Yeah.
This motherfucker can teach battle rap.
So half of your team is seasick. The other half starts abandoning ship, panic, and leave quick. In the same fashion, the Hollow took his first chance to get green quick, turned his back on GT, packed up his bags, took the cash, and then he split. And in fact, it hasn't been seen since. See, it's all a story that correlates if you go back and you read script. I use this all as scenario to reference the battling scene with, because grind time is a ship, and this is as bad as the Titanic Sea gets, because without smack you wouldn't be shit, but lost talent stranded across the Atlantic Sea without a raft to keep heat with. I got the long nose like X Factor, it'll make the back of your Jeep flip. I said, we put Xbox together the way I left half of your screen split. My guns are barely legal with magazines that'll make this teen strip. That's how you like it, right? Come back with a clean flip. Yeah, I'm ready for the drama. Ain't no question marks. I rip your flesh apart like Jeffrey Dahmer. Let's get it poppin'. I take the beef instead of chop it like a chef from Benihana. Speaking of chefs, shouts out to Cortez's mama, because I heard every prime time East Coast event she be fixing poison pennies empanadas.
Okay, not only has he done like 5 impressions, he's also incorporated every type of racism.
It's like racist shit.
And it's another example of him terrorizing someone not in the battle. Like, he's had more bars in Cortez than DNA. So.
There was like a solid year plus where every disaster battle had lines about Cortez.
I know, man.
Like the Swave 7 battle is like, I like you, Cortez, but you're an apple farmer.
No, people have been like, will you ever battle him again? I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, because I don't want to get my life destroyed leading up to the battle.
Yeah, you battled him in like the good era when it was like everyone's having fun. We just show up on the day and battle each other. You know, research each other's life.
Great too.
Yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
so he took a second opponent, but that was before he was terrorizing people leading up and after the battle. Like that's the thing. I'm like, I typically am just like kind of quiet. I'm not gonna talk shit online about my opponent. More chest strap, and he'll just destroy. Like, look at like Cortez, DNA, Jonah, Roan, even like Showroom. He's always just terrorizing people online. Like, I don't want to be subject to that.
Too. Impressions
destroying Er's life always, still to this day. That's the one thing. It's like an extra element of battle rap is like what your opponent kind of does outside of the battle, leading up to all that shit. You know what I mean? Like because battle rap's so about, it's like a political debate to me, and I've said this before. It's like it's controlling the narrative. You know, like I can say one line about something that happened between us and make you look like, you know, just an asshole about it, which I'm just controlling that narrative, and you could do the same thing about the same event. And so like fans are so subject to like you controlling the narrative. You know, when Charlie Clips was saying, I'm undefeated forever, even though he had lost like a couple battles in a row, fans would be like, he's undefeated, you know what I mean? Because they attack, they can be steered, you know, and it's all about creating that drama in the narrative. That's like the psychological part of this shit that I love, like dissecting, you know?
Do this shit still.
that's the part that keeps it interesting for me. You know?
Like how watching Disaster, how his thoughts come out of his mind that fast. It's like, what the fuck? How you think, and you can hear everything he said.
And there's several lines in this round and other rounds in this battle where like I heard some of his shit before, and he completely just morphs it on the spot or jumps to different.
You're gonna talk about that when that happens.
The main part,
Fam, you never pick up the phone when Payne call you because you're too busy slumped over in the bed with Hoffa, holding hands with Hollow when we all know you were raised by Dutch Vega and Sarah Connor. Look, the beef between us has been a never-ending saga. I'll leave you walking around with Bender's depressed persona when I sketch menace your necklace off you. You're crazy, you're walking on Freddy on deadly waters. I throw your body on the stretcher, then let the chopper off a blocker and drop it.
The sound effect.
He's
done that a few times.
Yeah, I love when he does that.
It's so much energy.
But it's fucking dope. You know, it's like you hear that,
it's
and you're like loud for the ride. You're like, yeah, sound effect, let's go.
And it's on a build up too.
Yeah.
You know, it's been on the Nicholas Ovio.
Plus, Diz live he is the best performer live, man.
Yeah.
He's loud as living fuck. When he raps, he everybody can hear in that room. He has no mic, and he's fucking rapping loud as shit. His persona is like a monster, pretty much in the ring, you know. And you often talk about this is about how he feeds off the energy. Like when people are like, here he's like building on some crescendo, and they're like just building up to it, and then his line isn't even like a real punch. It's just sound effects, but you're still like, fuck yeah, that's what a helicopter sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. And like as the crowd kind of gives him that feedback, he just gets bigger, like on some Hulk shit. I'm just gonna grab my food, but you can keep playing for it. Should I grab the key from you?
Huh?
Should I grab the key from you?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
Hello? Him in the back.
Crazy, you're walking on threading your deadly waters. I'll throw your body on the stretcher, then let the chopper off the blocker and drop your paramedic help. I do this for my fans. You motherfuckers ain't shit to me. Are y'all kidding me? I'll fucking bum rushing the enemy. These knuckles will leave you buckling instantly. I'll fucking get timid and start punching you viciously. Uppercuts will leave your stomach in misery like muscular dystrophy.
Yo, so
Christ.
I remember, I haven't seen them film yet, but I remember seeing a behind-the-scenes photo of one of the battle scenes. It's a lot like Club XS, right? Like
that's how Joseph set it up. Yeah, it's all pit.
Yeah.
It's funny because in the script, like I was thinking more URL when I wrote the script. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I wrote it like in the script. It talks about there being a stage.
Yeah.
But then when Joseph went to film it, he's like, no, it's gonna be fucking grimy.
That's
There's
fucking
no
awesome.
stage, and I
Hell
think
yeah.
that's like way better. You know what I mean? And it looks super cool in the movie too.
Yeah, I remember wasn't there like some overhead light, like ring light?
There is.
top?
Yeah, it looks like some shit from fucking Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
That's
Like
the end of the movie, right?
in the movie. I'm trying to remember the name of the show, but that venue where those final battles are filmed is this warehouse in LA where they do like this luchador wrestling TV show.
Oh, word.
Nice. Yeah, it's the fucking craziest venue. It's so good.
Yeah, I was before the film went into production, I actually showed Joseph the bunker.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
it just
right,
wasn't big enough. He
that's
needed
the
a bigger
thing.
space. But I remember seeing like the production photos. Like, dude, it's fucking enormous. Like the shoot.
No, it's so big. Like most of the room was just taken up by the crane that we had to do like the crazy overhead shots. So that's why they needed the big space.
And that's where you battled in the film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's in the trailer. There's a shot of you in that room. I remember.
There's a shot of JAKIE and I. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the final thing of the trailer, I think.
Oh, word. Yeah, you're right.
You
You're right.
don't know I'm in the movie. I'm not in the fucking movie. You see it? That's it.
I still haven't seen it yet, man.
I have no fucking part in this movie. Not one.
Yeah, but I remember seeing the production photo and really like that's just a testament to Joseph Kahn being a fan of battle rap, knowing that the pit format is like the authentic format, quote unquote, of battle rap essentially. So
is the bunker is that on in Silver Lake?
It's near the Dodger Stadium. It was. I lost it.
Okay,
I don't have it anymore. It was like a little warehouse I had over there. Yeah, but like warehouse codes changed a lot. Like after that, I don't know if you're familiar with like Ghost Ship, like that Oakland fire that happened, where like some warehouse burned down, killed like a bunch of people. So they cracked down heavily on warehouse codes in LA, and they just like red tagged the building and kicked me out essentially. So yeah, it sucked. But yeah, man, I just remember like looking at this battle and being like, I wonder if you guys were like picking up on that. That's like heavily like the film, and that's a huge important thing that I feel like cannot be praised enough that Joseph incorporated the pit format into it. Because like you said, you thought it was going to be a stage battle when you were writing it, you know? So
and I was just coming at it from the point of view of like that's what people expect, and even at the time, because I was writing it in 2015, right? I had just done I had just done like the Blackout event at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Toronto. So I was just thinking stage. 5? Yeah, I was just thinking stage because I had just done a battle on a stage. But but then I think right after that is when kind of like the movement started. Like then, because I did Back to Basics right after that. That's when kind of the movement started to go back to the pit format. So it was like it was really good that we had the pit in the movie.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we got to rewind this scheme because we got to show these guys the whole scheme.
All right, Greg, can you just hit J?
I'll fucking bum rushing the enemy. These knuckles will leave you buckling instantly. I'll fucking get timid and start punching you viciously. Uppercuts will leave your stomach in misery like muscular dystrophy. Just could come online publicly dissing me. You can pop your fist while I'm still crushing you physically. This shit is child's play. You get 8 sideways like the number infinity. I said...
It's like the tightest line.
You need artist development before you come on the blog and then mention me. I'll stop you out and make you a part of this history. Don't show me that because this is about to be the body bag.
Stop y'all make you a part of this history.
You gotta make you a part of this history. Don't show me that because this is about to be the body bag of the century.
All right, Greg, so talk about that.
You motherfuckers ain't shit to me. They say karma's a bitch. For you, it's probably dentistry because the part of your mouth that's missing is only a reflection of what's scarring you mentally. So the gap between your teeth exists merely as an object of imagery to distract you from the real gap between us, and that's bars and delivery.
The gap in your teeth is just an object of imagery to distract them between the real gap between us, and that's bars and delivery.
And how he delivered it too was fucking out of this world.
Yeah. And so I happened to hear that round before the battle.
Yeah.
We're going over our shit, and that scheme was actually like 8 bars longer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember specific like words and shit from it, and I was like, oh my god, like. And so you see Organic's hand go up like 4 bars, like 4 or 8 bars before the ending, and he's like, hold on, don't cut me off, and he's freestyling this little quick part on the same rhyme scheme, like hold on, don't cut me off, this is about to be the body bag of the century. At that point he jumps ahead to the last
it's about to be the freestyle
body bag of the century because he had way more to go. So Organic goes to raise his hand, he's like, oh, don't cut me off, body bag of the century. Then he jumps like 8 bars ahead in his scheme and rhyme scheme, and I know that because I heard it, and there was like a bunch of other shit like shawarma delivery. He's like something, or shawarma rotisserie. Like some cutting the meat on some shawarma rotisserie, and there was a bunch of other shit that was way longer. And I remember after that battle, I went up to him like, you're fucking insane. Like the way he like freestyled that little line and then was able to jump ahead in his scheme. Like I don't think the ender. Like I gotta end it with the gap shit, you know. I don't know if I could do that. Like that's just a testament, to his mind.
I remember seeing this when we were prepping the movie. I remember seeing this battle. I remember thinking this line was insane.
And just with that, like for me, it was even more mind blowing just knowing that bit. You know, like how did he adjust on the spot like that?
Since you have that outside information, but nobody else would think any of the other. You know, it's like, oh, that was part of the scheme. You know,
exactly.
Artist development. You need artist development before you come on the blog and then mention me. I'll stop you.
That's all part of the rhyme.
Stomach and misery like muscular dystrophy. Just for thinking you could come online publicly dissing me. You can pop your fist while I'm still crushing you physically. This shit is child's play. You get 8 sideways like the number infinity. I said, artist development. You need artist development before you come on the blog and then mention me. I'll stop you out and make you a part of this history. Don't show me that because this is about to be the body bag of the century. Hold on. You motherfuckers ain't shit to me. They say karma's a bitch. For you, it's probably dentistry because the part of your mouth that's missing is only a reflection of what's scarring you mentally. So the gap between your teeth exists merely as an object of imagery to distract you from the real gap between us, and that's bars and delivery.
To see how he did that, you see him slow down. Hold on, don't show me that. Don't show me it's about to be a body bag. Yo, this motherfucker ain't shit to me.
Yeah, that's definitely freestyle too, right?
Because where
I would just like
jump to
not talk for a second. Disaster says these motherfuckers ain't shit to me, and then he's got the next line.
It's insane.
Oh my god!
Like I was like, I think on the stairs in the venue in the back. I was like, what? Oh my god! Like, how he did that? Who got sexually assaulted on the set.
Well, that's
so I'd like to file a grievance against the Thesaurus.
They got old dude from Austin and Alley.
That's a testament to like why Diz is like one of the best in the world. Like doing that is like fucking insane. That's like reciting a line from a script and being able to fucking jump through like 4 characters and be like, oh, I knew you said that like 4 pages in.
It's also it's also interesting to me because like with Disaster specifically, like he sent me all his bars, like a lot of stuff we kind of did on the spot on set.
Yeah.
But for him, because he was like one of the first people cast, he sent me. He was like writing all his bars, sent me all his bars. I actually put them in the script. So like I know exactly what he was planning to say for everything, but when we were filming it and he was actually delivering it for real, he'd like add extra bars here and there and like, you know, change up the wording in specific ways that just like solidified it so much, you know. So it's really interesting for me as a writer and a battler to like see someone else's process through like different stages like that.
Yeah, and like on battle shit, like my favorite like battlers personally like do that. Like I was watching back recently Hollow's first round against Clips. One of the best first rounds ever to me, but like where he does the predictive shit of like having the crowd finish his lines. And there's a part right before he gets to the Kit Kat shit where he's about to say a different line. So he says a line, they react, and then he says a different setup like, yo, I'm about to, you know, whatever, I'm about to kill and da-da-da. And the crowd's still reacting, and he like adjusts and is like, oh, they want me to go back to that. And then he completely goes into a different chunk other than those first few words he was about to set up.
Dude, you know what's
and he's a guy who does that, will just jump around material.
We had Hollow and Rock on the show yesterday. Hollow doesn't time his rounds.
What? How?
He counts bars.
Oh, okay.
That's how
that
he's like,
sense,
4 minutes is like 80 bars or something like that. So he's never timed a round.
But he's never actually timed it. Because I do the same thing, but then I also time it.
Yeah, I mean, I would figure everybody would time it, you know?
I get an idea timing it too. But he's also someone in the way, like, at least early on, I know him and Diz were both people that didn't just write front to back rounds, and they'd have hella chunks. Had chunks and then just kind of freestyle what's gonna go where kind of on the spot according to the moment. And I see them both adjust, like here Diz adjusting. I've seen it modern, even more modern, and I've seen Hollow do that too. And like again, it's someone like who I talked to before battles and have heard some bars, and he's like, oh, and if you know they react this way, or if that ain't working, then I'm gonna go this direction or go that direction. I'm like,
because you would figure it's all like it's a script. You like follow this, like it's linear, you know.
It's like a choose your own adventure book for like, you know what I mean?
Word.
Like, okay, the crowd chose to go to page 68. Like, that's where we're going. That's insane, though.
All right,
you
so,
know.
By the way, shout out to everyone in the chat. Jackie is loving the chat right now.
Oh, this shit got me funny. I'm about to tell him to shut the fuck up. He said, "Shut the fuck up. Play the video."
They're
brutal.
Say that.
The thing is he's tuned in.
This shit
he
is
loves this. He could watch the battle by himself in his fucking crib. He's tuned in to watch us watch the battle and talk about it.
They say some
all right,
outrageous
so
shit.
that was Diz's first versus DNA. We're not gonna watch the rest of the battle because the battle's not that good.
It's great.
But,
it's a great battle. DNA has a great
DNA's
first.
We gotta see a little bit of DNA.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, DNA has a great
like that. I
DNA
like
has a
DNA.
great first round. And the rest of this battle is amazing because Diz didn't even get into talking about
You're nodding, Kyle, but you
DNA's
don't
mom.
agree.
Like that shit in the second round where he's, come on, man.
Okay. Their reaction's awesome. I miss that fucking
I shut it down. No, just pumping the security. Move back out the country.
Days of personalized shirts.
Oh, he didn't freeze up this time, right?
Man, I did.
Alright, cheers. Yo, hold it down, man. Hold it down. Here we go.
DNA's first.
November 5th.
Pose.
It's ironic, you know my father died on this day. And I can still remember him telling me, son, say what you mean and mean what you say. See, I'm only 20 days, so on my past battles, my emotions might have got carried.
Crazy.
He was only 20.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Dude, he's
at the
so
time.
fucking young. He's 26 now.
Jeez.
Wow. Fucking 26
And he's a vet. Like motherfuckers look at him like an old head.
Yeah,
like he's been around
I
so
look
long.
at him as old and he's younger than me.
Yeah,
I look at him like DNA. I was like,
how old was he in those Grind Time New York battles
18.
then? Like,
It's fucking
Yeah, he started at like 16, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy. That's like
He's been
password.
missing a tooth forever, man. How does that happen?
Who they want me to battle? They want me to battle Diz.
This is
Blackout.
baby tooth.
Okay.
I would love to see
Let's
that.
book it, Jackie versus Kiz.
I would love for that to happen. That'd be amazing. Jackie
Book it
comes
by the
up with a
character
Rolodex.
names, like on another premiere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And, yeah, that'd be sick.
We get to do all of the real premieres.
Do it on a league.
Yeah.
Do it on a league, or like partner up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That'd be hard.
That would be sick.
You know, I hope you motherfuckers is working with a plan. Me and Caleb made it work, man. Yeah.
That's why I flew here to Canada, to make sure that won't happen today. So all that I grip the nine, rip your spine, make your body rewind, man, I don't mean that shit. I'll probably never clap this shit out you. But trust, I mean every word when I say I'll smack the shit out you. See, there's a difference between entertainment and real life. Like, remember when I said I'll fuck you up in Vegas? Well, depending on how this battle goes, I still might. Cause see, I still might. Move back. Move back.
Yeah, you see, like, so he's saying that shit, and Diz is like moving him.
Yeah, he's boxing him in.
Yeah, like okay, all right.
But yeah, even though like that would have kind of made DNA look like a bitch when
Then,
he's like, "What
yeah,
are you
what
doing?"
happened?
But,
Yeah.
But he
his
stands
line
his
after
ground,
this,
Like, remember when I
his
said
line
I'll fuck
after
you
this
up
is
in
crazy.
Vegas? Well, depending on how
So-
this battle goes, I
Coming
still
into
might.
his space.
Cause see, I still might. Move back, what are you doing? Getting in my face, trying to go crazy, trying to fuck me up when it's dead time. When Drake's here in front of the battle, but you ain't gonna make none of his headlines.
Whoa, that was fucking nuts, dude.
One of his head, that was freestyle.
Yeah.
And you know what? He might have had a Drake headlines reference in his head, like I'm gonna say, but to
use it at that time in
transform
that
it,
way,
yeah, because that wasn't his next line. He was about to say something else, and then to
fucked him up when he kept
transform that
pushing
into a freestyle immediately on the spot takes just as much, you know, to gift the gab like, in that moment.
The battle, but you ain't gonna be in my face trying to go crazy, trying to fuck me up when it's dead time. When Drake's here in front of the battle, but you ain't gonna make none of his headlines.
We ain't gonna make none of that.
Yeah.
I like what you guys pick up as actors. You pick up
He's like, hey, that was hot. I did that song.
Difference between entertainment and real life. Like, remember when I said I'll fuck you up in Vegas? Well, depending on how this battle goes, I still might. Cause me missing a tooth only means I've been in the real fight and got real stripes. So until you get tapped with a sucker punch and missing yours from an uppercut, then you know what this feels like. I took this battle for YouTube views, promotion, and fan base, so I made sure I'm well prepared. Knowing my name would be buzzing in Sweden, China, Switzerland, making them well aware. So once I get rid of this storm and y'all see the weather clear, just think about the end of every other natural disaster. You're gonna see DNA everywhere.
Pause. Hey, pause, B.
You gonna see DNA everywhere. Wait, that don't mean
Yeah, does it mean that people are like, oh, fuck, the world's ending, might as well have a giant orgy?
Right.
I love this.
It's all. I'm always just giving shit to like the East Coast homies I talk to about how they overuse pause. So like,
I would want to kill somebody, dude. After talking to me, like, this is fucking crazy.
This is something that like I get asked often, right? In like interviews and shit, like how do you take, you know, someone talking about your family, this and that, and it comes down to like the analogy I make is like boxers will sit there and punch each other in the face for 12 rounds
Body, right?
and hug after. And it's because we know what we're getting into. I haven't. I'm about to tonight.
He's about to see it.
Yeah.
I have all your tickets, by the way.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not, but we go through, me and this dude, I'm not gonna say you shit.
Right, yeah. I have no idea.
Just watch the movie tonight.
Yep, exactly.
So playing that role, you probably don't think you could ever battle because of that?
Well, no, it's like in life. Whatever sport that you in, you know what comes with the territory.
Yeah, you
don't
gotta
get into
respect
battle
that.
rap
Yeah.
if you don't respect what they do. You know, they're going to talk about you to the dirtiest way, the most disrespectful way, but you got to be strong. If you not, don't get into this sport.
Right.
Go play football,
know
go play
what to
tennis, go do
expect.
some bullshit.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, you got to be a man.
Yeah.
A man to be
gotta be
in
able
this
to take
sport
that.
right here.
Yeah.
And this honestly has made me like, as funny as it is, it's like made more secure. You know what I mean? Like no one can ever tell me shit in real life that's gonna
true.
offend me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've heard that 200 times in
Exactly.
way clever
Yeah,
ways,
exactly.
buddy. Like,
How
you're
many
not-
short jokes? How many tall jokes? How many whatever jokes? It's
Exactly. It
like,
like makes you have thicker skin in a way.
totally.
Like more.
Real
You
shit.
got to be secure to get involved in this. You know.
Yeah.
And the boxing analogy I think is good for the film too, because I think it feels kind of like a rock, almost like Rocky.
who's calling
Yeah,
me.
yeah, the way it's filmed.
Norms.
Norbs, I'm on live TV right now. What do you want, Norbs?
Ruin your day.
We on the show watch right now. You on the show now because I got you on speaker. What the fuck you want, Norbs? We got you on live TV, Norbs. We got you. I'm gonna text you that. I'm gonna text you while I'm doing the interview right now. I'm gonna text you the address. I know. So I was getting Norbs on that. Smack boy Norbs. Norbs is real cool, man.
Have you had him on the show yet?
No, I didn't get him. I'm actually supposed to.
You got him on the show now, thanks to me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Norbs has been on.
I got him on.
Right. Yeah, put that in the.
Yeah,
put it up.
And Norbs.
Yeah, featuring Norbs.
Yeah.
That's just the headline, and it's like
I love that
body
one.
cast.
What?
Fine print.
Kid Twist not even watching the battle. He watches Jackie from Not Sworn. Yeah, I'm Jackie Long's handler. That's why
I'm not saying shit else. I'm not saying nothing.
Remember against A-Class when y'all was supposed to go 60 seconds, then the day of the battle this guy switched it? Then remember against Wave you had time rounds, but he said fuck it, and you wound up rhyming for 9 minutes? Then against me this guy told Lush, I'm rhyming till I'm finished, which only proves further you got a problem with time limits. See you a snake just trying to hide your rabbit.
We need damn guy and O guy at the same time.
Compete.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly. And Jeff.
Yeah.
Say stuff.
They said shout out to Norbs.
See you a snake just trying to hide your rattle, which only shows the Canadian court ain't the only bitch that flips when it's time to battle.
Pressing. Press his hat.
And that's when I realized you really got a problem with time. Like when you say you a terrorist and a hijacker, I'm not getting it. Cause if you detonate a bomb, what you gonna set the time to? Unlimited?
Like this, like that. This, like that.
Yeah, you can always tell when disaster makes a bar.
I like when y'all like each other.
Yeah, that is
I
good.
discovered something, Diz, while I was watching your battles. And nigga, you have never wore watching your battles.
What a random.
And I didn't predict
Nigga,
that we'd be
you
on
ever
watch
wanna
with our
watch your
bet.
battle? Say,
let's go.
I could have predicted I'd be on watch with this bet.
That's a
That
good
kinda
bar. I
worked
look like
like
I
that.
can name 30 different compliments. That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll roll with that.
Have a problem
movie
with
coming
time.
out next year.
It's not an opinion no more. It's a fact, nigga. You do long lunch breaks, change times whenever you want, wear your hat to the back. What the fuck you think you now, black nigga? Cause y'all all know we really got a problem with time. But fuck that. For the last 2 years, you've been giving me the runaround. I managed to stay relevant with every battle, reaching over 200,000. You done the same, but your music's trash. So the industry will never love your style, which makes you an earthquake. Cause you always gonna be a disaster that remains underground.
Talk that tectonic plate shit.
See, you just an entertainer, Diz. In other words, a fucking gimmick. And it's for so long that the delivery can match those fucking lyrics. Your rhymes are put together sloppy and organized. That's why besides grind time, we ain't fucking with it. So battling DNA will be the first time his verses have structure in it. So when you spit all aggressive with conviction, I be thinking that you actually mad. And then understand why you hate us New York niggas. Cause he drives us around all the time in taxi cabs. Like his rap battle gig, he's supposed to be the big bad disaster. And when I see DNA, I'ma shoot him and let the fifth clap you. I said disaster, let's fight. He said cool, I'ma bitch slap you. Soon as he hop out the cab, all y'all hear on the radio is disaster, should dispatcher.
That's
hard. Probably the best rhyme with his name, Disaster. I've heard like Rich Cracker.
Yeah.
Disaster, it's your dispatch. That was perfect.
Please don't pick up Tex Rock and Lush One. And stay away from DNA. You know you don't bust guns. You never touch drugs a day in your life or touch none. And hurry up, your mom's calling. Rinse due, you must come. So when you squint your fucking eyebrows and spit with all that aggression, I almost think you might really bust your Glock. But then again, we saw him against Arsenal, and you ain't look too good with that fucking shot. You gonna try to rebuttal everything I say. Don't act like you fucking not. But it's cool, because a good rebuttal only means I had to say something hot.
The first was that maybe not the first. I feel like it was, but the first like, oh, if you're gonna rebuttal, I'm trying to take away the rebuttal.
Yeah.
I think I did that again. I've done that. Like Pat Stay, I said something like, oh, you know, because I had an obvious angle that I knew he would know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, and if rebuttal that if you know whatever if you're whack as fuck or whatever and I've seen that done a bunch of other times as well, but I feel like this is the first time I remember seeing it. Like,
me too.
Confused when he rebuttals, say something hot.
And it's true too. Like I only ever feel the need to rebuttal if there's a room shaker.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
you only
I need
rebuttal
to rebuttal
the big lines.
that
Because otherwise you're just like giving more attention to something the guy said that the crowd already forgot. So
right. Yeah, and it's a way to like zero out someone's entire round, you know, like if someone has they say a line, you know, like about in Russian maybe, or you know, about a gargoyle in a battle, and you have the, you know, sheer genius on the spot to rebuttal it, and that's their biggest line, you zero out their whole round at that point, and then you get into your bar. And you probably just have a big dick and you're the best. You know what I mean?
You probably shouldn't have ILLMAC on the show after he bodies 2 huge rappers in 3 weeks. Because he's feeling himself a little.
His ego's through the roof, man.
I didn't even get the connection. I just freestyled that whole little rant. No, but it's true, like, in the way, like, you know, I know, you know, like, you pick the biggest line to rebuttal, and because that zeroes out their whole round, essentially.
That's the whole point of the
before you get into your
right?
material, you know what I mean? Like, and it's such an advantage because not everyone does that, especially currently. To be able to do that and also excel at the written shit is like my favorites are
the
do
key.
that.
Well,
you know?
I also feel like for me, because I know a lot of times I'm not as natural a performer as people that I'm facing. So I'm like, okay, if I can be clever enough to rebuttal something, that kind of takes away some of the performance factor of my opponent.
For sure, because it's a big check in the box of performance that a lot of people can't do, you know, or don't do at least, for sure. And because you have to be comfortable with your material, a rebuttal can be like, oh shit, what round am I in?
What was my line again? What was my first line?
Exactly.
He rebuttals every lyric I say and think he's clever with freeze, because every time y'all cheer for that great rebuttal, you only giving credit to me.
Rebuttal.